In the name of Allah, the most gracious and most merciful. Well, gentlemen, today the topic of discussion is what is fifth generation war? Now, to have an idea about the fifth generation war, we definitely need to go back and look into the history of the world, how the human beings have been fighting war in the history. In ancient times, of course, there were no weapons. And later the weapons were developed and the wars were fought first without weapons, then with weapons. But such weapons were very ordinary, and such weapons were not able to cause devastating effects in short possible time. Then the weapons were developed. The science and technology developed, so the weapons also developed. And then weapons were capable to cause devastating effect in short possible time. Then with the passage of time, the nuclear technology was developed by some of the countries, and we know it has been used in Second World War when the USA dropped bomb on Japan. But now, the latest war, the war without weapons, the war which is fought by the brain. It's a war of information and perception. It's a war of cultural and moral grounds. It just deviates the nations to its original position by disinformation. And when the disinformations are generated and successfully spread through social media or through other different electronic medias, that scenario creates a misperception in that particular country, a misperception about that country, and the entire world start thinking and stepping up to stop or to create problems to that particular country. Now, in a particular country, for example, if the country is Islamic country, then the informations are created to create differences, religious differences among the different sects. Political differences are created so deep that the people start using criminal force against each other. Cultural differences are created. Then the morality is attacked. The different kinds of videos and sexually attractive material is distributed in print media and as well as in electronic media to destroy the youth of that particular country. And when the disinformation succeeds, means it succeeds to create misperception, the differences, the deep differences among the enemy nation, then you don't need to use any weapon. You don't need to use any bomb, rocket, or missile. The people within the country start fighting with each other. And a kind of civil war is started. So the resources of the enemy's countries are used to destroy the enemy country. And outside the world, the misperception is such high that the entire world is convinced and the entire world start stepping out in shape of imposing embargoes instead of in shape of seizing the military contracts and other trade, business and trade embargoes, etc., just to weak, to target that country so that it becomes weak, because it is shown as a very dangerous country, which is actually not. This is a dishonest propaganda. This is a dishonest propaganda based on false informations and false perceptions. So as a result, what happens? The entire world cuts off its diplomatic and political ties with that particular country, stop military, medical, and other food aid, etc. And when there is a slight problem within the country, because within the country such situation is created that everyone has a distrust upon any other group. So different groups are generated and the differences are so deepened that people start fighting with each other. So this is how, without using any practical weapons, bombardment, or aircraft, or missile, and nuclear technology, the enemy country is destroyed with its own resources and with its own peoples. So it's very necessary for the youth and for every citizen of Pakistan. You must check it up before joining any political party, any group, any religious group. You must not just blindly join any procession or protest or rally. You must think over and over again that such perceptions which are being made by the enemy of your country are seen in such rallies, protests, and processions or such parties, or these parties or these processions, rallies, and protests are working against the integrity, security, and peace of your country? If not, it's your right to protest, take part in processions and politics. But if such kind of dirty stuff exists, then you must not join such practices at any cost, because this is the propaganda, this is the trap of the enemy, which is actually trying to destroy your country with your own energies and with your own resources. Thank you very much.